Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Austria-Hungary, the Great War and Hearts of Iron 4. It is 1914, June 15th. The Great War will start this year, sometime this year, at least according to history. When is not exactly sure, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the event that sparked the real Great War here in Sarajevo. Hopefully it won't be. Maybe it will be something else, and maybe we won't even have to attack Serbia. Though most likely we will. They're part of the Balkan League, they're still fighting the Ottomans, and the Ottomans are winning, as they were when we left off before. It's uncertain how this will affect, like, if the outbreak of the war will even involve Serbia. If they are defeated, what will happen? Will they even be the spark that triggers it? Or maybe it's something else, maybe they won't be involved at all. There's really no way of telling at the moment, and the Ottoman Empire being such a powerhouse militarily is unusual and an abnormality. We might have to attack them. Maybe they are feeling strong enough that they don't want to join the Central Powers. There was a certain sort of revanchism, I guess, that made them want to join in the first place. I actually bullshitted that. I have no idea why they joined the Central Powers, but I assume this has something to do with their recent losses. That would make sense. They lost all of the Balkans just a few years prior. So we don't know. We'll see what happens. Greece has already fallen. Bulgaria is half fallen. Serbia is... well, they can't really stand up to Ottomans alone. They need their allies. So we'll simply have to wait and see. We have 7 divisions here of Landwehr that needs to be distributed. We have over here 24 divisions already. We have over here 24 divisions guarding the Italians and make sure that they don't do anything stupid. So I presume that all of them will be sent to the weakest link, which is the Eastern Front, which will be a massive endeavor to win. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, time will now start ticking away. I will take it down one speed since we just started it and see what happens. We have a lot of airplanes. We have a lot of airplanes compared to what we started with. At the start we only had 6, now we have 515 of this close air support that have been deployed. We also have an additional, let's see how many available planes, 336 that are simply sitting in the reserves doing nothing. Speaking of which, when will we get our new airplanes? In 1915, we should start that fairly soon. We should start with this guy, which is a fighter. Yeah, locally designed fighter aircraft of the Austro-Hungarian Air Services. We should pick that one and start building them immediately. Not really sure what this is supposed to be for. It just says it is a triplane, which is great and all. I'm assuming it has something to do with some sort of bombing, maybe? This is a seaplane, tactical bomber. So yeah, the triplane. Close air support is all the way over here, regularly speaking. So I'm not sure what this is. I'm assuming some sort of bomber. It fits. This is also a bomber. Bomber aircraft. I think we will stick with our Zeppelins for now, since we have built so many of them already. But if we have the time, we will transition over to making tactical bombers instead. But other than that, we simply just need some fighters. How is the Russians doing with that again? They have a fair amount of forces. A fair amount. You know what? I think we'll start making it already. It's a bit too early, but we might get it out a few days before we regularly would have, which would be good, since that gives us a few more days to produce them, which is, I just said it, good. We could go for aviation effort to get some research bonus. Maybe we should have waited for this one. It's only a 15% research bonus though. It's not that great. Sure, it would have helped, but that would take 140 days to take, which would be more than... like we're earning more just not waiting for it. I think, at least. Could go for it. We wouldn't need this anyway. Maybe for the Zeppelin focus, or maybe for the bomber focus. We'll go for aviation effort. We can just put it on the Zeppelin focus, since it doesn't really matter. It only picks the one with 15% research bonus, right? So we can pick the bomber focus since we already will have the fighter that we want. We could have just waited for the next fighter though. That's true. That's a good point. We have a 50% bonus here for infantry equipment. Weapons focus will take 254 days if we take that already. I think the bonus kind of negates the ahead of time penalty, more or less. So that could be worthwhile. Actually, I think it will be, sort of. It will wait a few days more. But it's only 250 days. That's not too long. That's not too long at all. I will pick it already. Alright, we can modify our government by adding a tank designer, which is almost the last thing that we can do at the moment. Could maybe change our export focus to limited exports. But we are doing well with exports, or resources at the moment anyway. And we get that extra factory output, the construction speed, the research time. Yeah, we're better off with export focus at the moment. We'll pick the tank designer. And the next technology here, counteroffensive. Good. It's already March. War will start soon. Just when? Exactly. And maybe we should figure out some sort of plan over here. Plan of attack of some form. We have these 14 cavalry divisions, which will be the ones that... Okay, for example, these ones will break through here, route these two, then these horses will just run across and run around, trying to circle them off. That could be good. Maybe we should split them up though. Maybe we should have, like for example, these 6 should get their own offensive line over here. Maybe I shouldn't even have offensive lines for the cavalry. Maybe not. Maybe I should just manually control them all. Though that's destined to end badly, I think. I will leave them here for now. We're not even at war yet. So, no wait, I changed my mind already. I'm moving them over here. So we could have 6 divisions over here so we can make some sort of pincher maneuver through the cavalry. That will be good. Air doctrine? Yes. Air doctrine. Is everyone up and about? They're standing by. All the aircraft are standing by. How about you just are already deployed and ready? No, there. Good. Eastern Poland. Everyone is in Eastern Poland. No. You're going to Western Poland. You're going to go close air support. And so are you. And strategic bombing, of course. Excellent. We're covering Poland. Could use some airplanes over here in Kiev as well. In Ukraine. How big is this air? Is this big enough? And we have so many airplanes now. We will add 300 aircraft to cover over Ukraine. That will be good. We have some unassigned divisions already again. They just keep pouring out. This will be a very, very big front for us. And in fact, for the main army, I think it just makes the most sense to aim for something like this. Follow the river as much as possible. Don't try to cross it at any point. But this will be their priority. Trying to link up with the German forces and take over Poland. And then try to take Kiev and follow the river. Trying to avoid doing anything stupid, though we should maybe have gotten this part too. Doesn't really matter too much though. Doesn't really matter too much at all. And after that, I'm fairly certain they will simply go for the attack following the next set of rivers. Something along these lines. This is not following the rivers at all, at least here in the beginning they are. But this will push further after having taken that territory. Even though this is a bit bad. How about here you can maybe cross river. There we go. And then you can maybe take Crimea as well, maybe. Or not. You can do that manually, it's fine. Crimea is small, we'll fix it. Alright, bomber focus, 15% research bonus for tactical bomber models, excellent. We'll pick that one. Maybe we'll have some bombers up momentarily. We have another cavalry unit being ready, should head over here. And this one should just join up with their friends on the Eastern Front, or the Northern Front in our terminology. We have the Western Front over here and the Southern Front against Serbia. Maybe we should move this arrow a little... No? Alright, we'll move the arrow a little bit, if possible. Come on. Click and drag your mouse Oh yeah, there was I used the wrong button. There we go. And then we just wait and see what happens to Serbia. I wonder if Serbia is vital to even spark the war, or how the game handles that. Because at the moment I don't really see how it will start. Everyone is preparing, we have the factions already set up. We have the Russians over here, part of the Entente with France and United Kingdom. The Ottoman Empire is not part of any faction, and Serbia has their own little faction that is being smushed at the moment. Everyone else is just doing what they want. The Republic of China is under Sun Wen over here. They're doing well so far. Great Mongolian State might be an exaggeration, though if you look at the land area of Mongolia, it is like, well, the German Empire plus France or something. That is actually... You always underestimate Asia and the size. Like you look at Republic of China and Russia, and you look at Mongolia, it's like, yeah, pitiful little Mongolia. It's so small, why would they call themselves Great Mongolian State? And you look at the land area compared to, for example, Europe. They're much bigger than us, and I think that Austria-Hungary is fairly big at the moment. Though, to be fair, there's far fewer people living here. Like 820,000 people in the entire Great Mongolian State. And then we look at, for example, I don't know, this place, 2.33 million in this little shitty place. And here, 2.75 million in this little area. Much more densely populated. Much more. Right, 2 more divisions, just send them up to everyone else. I'm kind of eager for war. The longer we wait, the less our advantage at the moment will go down. We have a major air superiority. What about Italy? They are gaining some airplanes, though not a lot. France has a lot. German Empire has a pitiful amount of aircraft compared to us. That is sad. Very sad. Why would you do that? Maybe we should be the one starting the war. Can we do that? Nope. We need world tension at 50% or more before we can even begin to do that. So I guess we'll simply just speed up the game and see what happens. In 126 days we will have infantry equipment 2, that will be a major change for us. And then also we will have the first fighter, which will also be a fairly big change for us. So we will have a lot of changes coming up. And that will matter quite a bit. We can go for the Balkans policy for now, that will only be a few days. And then we have maybe a Balkan war reaction. I'm not too big a fan of the total annexation of Bosnia-Herzegovina. It lowers our base national unity for no reason. And what do I get for it? Sure, we eat up Bosnia-Herzegovina, but do we want to? And this one lowers even more, and the manpower is pitiful comparatively. This seems more like a bad one than this. This seems bad. I don't want them. I don't want them. We could go anti-Russian policy. No, I don't like still that we can't do this due to the end of the Italo-Turkish War apparently has not happened. Yet it has happened, of course. But then again, I presume that Italy went for the stupid thing. Let's see, Austro-Hungarian, they have different... Let's see. No, they haven't gone for the whole Austrophobia. But or anti-Austria-Hungary policy. But they have gone for the secret deal with France. That's not nice. Not nice at all. 3 more divisions, just send them up. That will be a worthwhile addition to our main military force. And I guess we can go for... whom? Popular figurehead? Sure. If we have him, like right now we have 100% national unity. We don't need 100% because it's capped at 90% for some reason. I know it's something with the AI, I believe. But it's still a bit silly that you capped at 90%. So maybe we could go for the whole annexation of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Because we will end up with the same amount of national unity anyway. So it doesn't really matter too much. Alright, we will set them to be making some more airplanes. Because soon we will have new airplanes to make. That will be very nice. Serbia, white peace, and Jaurès assassination. Jean Jaurès of France was assassinated in the Parisian cafe Le Croissant, something French, by aptly named Raoul Villain. Villain. A 29-year-old French nationalist. Jaurès was scheduled to appear at one of the International's conferences to deliver a protest against the seemingly impending war, and with his death, the last major social obstacle to French involvement in the coming fight has passed. Well, and Serbia white peace, the Ottoman Empire. The Austro-Hungarian Empire declared war on Serbia. Apparently we did. Why did we do that? I don't know. But sure, we apparently declared war on Austria, on Serbia. Why? Why did I do that? Did I have a choice? No. It wasn't even our guy that was assassinated. Why would we care? Alright, well, I got the war that I requested before. Seemingly completely random. Some French guy died by another French guy, and apparently Serbia, like Austria-Hungary, is like, war. No choice was given, we just have to deal with it. Alright, war has started. Do we have any airplanes that are in the vicinity? We do. Maybe we should scramble them and send them up to the Balkans to assist our main forces. That would be good. German Empire joined our war. We didn't want them to be part of it, and now the World War has started. That's great. Alright, we are at war, ladies and gentlemen. The war started seemingly random by a French guy killing another French guy, and Serbia white peacing the Ottoman Empire. So Serbia has failed in their quest to take over, and they left the northern flank completely exposed to us, and we're exploiting that. We're already taken Belgrade. And how many men have we lost? None. We have lost no men. And probably won't lose any more men, because Serbia has what? Yeah, they have about 4 to 7 divisions. So this is a terrible, terrible thing for Serbia. But at the same time, we must proceed with the war. We must do what it takes to defeat them. Alright, so the war has now started. We will make sure that these horses are not the ones that are supposed to attack. But these guys are supposed to attack here, and these guys are supposed to attack here. Right? And maybe we will have, for example, these attacking here. Yeah, let's add that and see what happens. We will lower speed by a great deal. And then our horses will be controlled by us. Because I don't want anyone else to control them. They are maybe breaking through here. We have another free military factory that we can put somewhere. Where exactly? I think some more airplanes would be nice. We have a lot of military factories apparently. We will start to import wood if we need to make all of this. We also will need more infantry equipment, because when we get the technology for it, we will need to drastically increase our production in order to get the new weapons to the guys, right? So we have our cavalry divisions here. They are not under attack and not involved in any fight. The Russian Empire has called the Great Mongolian State as our enemy in the German-Belgian War. So it wasn't really Serbia that caused the war, it was more Germany decides, hey, we are at war with Serbia, right? We might as well attack Belgium too, because, you know, this similarity between Serbia and Belgium is that, you know, they both have E's in them and a B. And yeah, that's all. Almost. And an I suppose. They have an I too. 96%, come on. Maybe Italy has not been involved yet. No, they have not. We have men there ready to fight in case of need. And look, beautiful little Zeppelin running across here. There we go. Okay, now we will really punch through here. We will really make use of this opportunity. No. Stupid. There. 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 Okay, maybe something like that, right? That should be fine. I hope, at least. We'll see what it turns out. It probably won't work as good as I'd hoped it would. Our cavalry is on their way. But they will probably be blocked by that guy. At least we tried. Drone support plus 20%, that could probably be decent. We are 35 days away from the infantry equipment 2. I'm very happy we already got that going. And here maybe we need to command our forces manually, because we can just walk around here. And no one has thought about that. Nor have these guys, who apparently can't attack through... Oh, we can't attack through them? Do we not have a military... Call to arms! Just call them into both. They should really be at war immediately, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, they are part of it now. So that's fine. We can now attack through and attack that little guy. Carol I of Romania has died, which is unfortunate for him. Not that we really care. Our poor horses have been stuck here. That was not the greatest place to attack through. Our whole making some sort of proto-blitzkrieg maneuver, not really working out that great. Though to be fair, was the horses might be able to exploit some, but it's not nearly as good as having proper units for it. Proper. The Germans are swarming into our front, desperate to try to help us as best as they possibly can. And we appreciate their maneuvers. We really do, and these horses will now try to go up and help them. How quick are these anyway? 6.4 kilometers, not much better than the regular infantry. Regular infantry is... Whoa! Yeah, it's a lot better. No, it's the infrastructure murdering it. So 4 kilometers an hour. And these guys were 6.4 kilometers. So it's not that much faster. We're talking a few kilometers here and there. Not that great. But now the horses can... They got blocked again. And they can't even win against these guys. Poor horses. They're trying their best, but it's not enough. Limited trade with Russia, yeah, absolutely. We will call Romania into the war though. That will help us. That will be useful. And instead of just standing there, how about you just attack Nice and take it? I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't know Bosnian. It's impossible for me to know Bosnian. It should also help out our friends. We have a few more ships now. We can probably help out here. Try to block off, maybe not the Tyrrhenian Sea, but Eastern Mediterranean would be nice. Challenge the British Navy. That seems a bit of a strange thing to do though. The Austria-Hungarian Navy challenging the British Navy of all things. The Austrian Navy. Austrian. Not just any kind of navy, but the Austrian Navy. Where are our horses? They're over here. They are helping out defending. These horses are doing a terrible job. We will let them pass and now we can maybe go through afterwards. How's it going with the airspace? The airspace. No challenge here. No challenge here and no challenge here. We have complete air superiority over these parts. Come on, horses, you can do it. Ah, come on, in the last second? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How is that even likely to happen? And why can't we win? Well, this is not great. Fine, stop it then. This is stupid. It's an extreme last second. Right. Another division sent over there. Maybe we can send the Hussars too. And they can utilize it better than we do. The Hussars was a bad idea. You know what else was a bad idea? Having this... Holy crap, we've lost a lot of destroyers. We also lost 3 of these protected cruisers. And they have lost 18 destroyers. And now they've lost 2 protected cruisers too. But we lost 40 ships to get to this. 40. And we even have some close air support helping out from Germany. And we can't even do better than this. This is terrible, by the way. This is not great at all. They have these battle cruisers and stuff over here. Just pounding on our ships. Destroying them. Yeah, we can challenge the British Navy. There's no way we can do that. Absolutely no way. Alright, this little bulge is getting pummeled. We are hard pressed to break through anywhere, and the Russians are doing, I guess, a good job against Germany. Germany's not even really trying. It doesn't look that way, at least. And on the Western front, the Germans are at a standstill. So things are just brilliant, I would say. Just utterly brilliant. We need a breakthrough in the east if we want to do anything in the north. But hopefully Romania can tip the tide, at least extending the Russian lines a little bit more. I'm tempted to just send this entire army up to the north to help out. Yeah, come on. Nice is taken. That would be the end for Serbia. And it will actually be a peace conference at the end of this day. And I'm sorry, Germany, I will take everything. How about that? Done. Good, now we can send these guys up to help out over here. Stöger Steiner von Steinstetten. Oh yeah, I found some. It's something called Bem Ermioli. I was talking about a guy before that has like an Italian name too. I think his name was Bem Ermioli in last name. And I know that he was assigned the second Austro-Hungarian army that was originally supposed to take over in Serbia, but was redirected up to the fight against the Russians. I don't know how well he did, but apparently he was then settling in the Sudetenland and got pensions from Czechoslovakia. And when the German Empire and Hitler took over Sudetenland, he was an honorary field marshal of the German Empire, or like the Nazi Germany, even though it was never called into service. So yeah, something like that. That was the guy I was talking about before. Alright, send all of these men up to help out against the Russians. How is the losses so far? We have lost 16,000 men, and the Russians have lost 25,000. 27. And counting, hopefully. How many airplanes do we have in reserve? 705. Why are we not using them? Why are we not using them? We're just producing so many airplanes. And these guys will deploy to Western Poland, as it turns out. And over here we can deploy another 100 airplanes that will be sent to Eastern Poland and try to destroy things there. Strategic bombing, I just hope that doesn't involve the infrastructure exactly where we are. Though it probably does. There's just so many Russians over here. Who knew that in Russia there would be Russians? And the horses are completely outmatched. There's just no way they can do anything useful. I'm tempted to just convert them all into Landwehr divisions instead. So they could maybe be a bit more useful. They're all green too. I forgot to train them, exercise them. But great, we have now infantry equipment too, which hopefully will be useful in the fight against the Russian. Hopefully. You can also do gas mask, which will be good. Upgrade the infantry as much as humanly possible. It just seems that instead of attacking on their front, which they are starting to do now at least, the Germans just sent all their men to our front and is trying to push through here for some godforsaken reason. Even though the infrastructure here is poor, so incredibly poor. Over here they are counting themselves extremely outnumbered, but why exactly? They don't really have that many men in comparison. More than us for sure, but that many? No. Plus I missed... There, we had one province that was failed to be covered. And now apparently they are feeling very, very strong. With that small change, very, very strong all of a sudden. It's great to see. We're evenly matched, or the enemy is a slight bit stronger on the northern front, according to our commanders. And we have pushed through here in great numbers. Is it our horses? No, it's the German horses. You know what? I think this will be the case where we will put the horses under the main military high command and see what they can do. Maybe they can do better than our regular thing, but the Germans over here pushed through in a major way, taking Bessarabia in a matter of maybe 2 days. 3 days, possibly. Also completely cutting off Romania, which we will soon have on our side in the war. So yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting maneuver. And I think actually here we will cut it off for now. The war has started. The war against the Russians, the Great War, World War I, the war to potentially end all wars, is well underway with lackluster results on the Western Front, great results on the Southern Front, and in the Northern Front over here. It's doing okay. I've seen better. I've also seen far, far worse. We're doing better than historically, I hope at least. Currently, the losses are 42,000 Austro-Hungarians to 73,000 Russians, even though, for some reason, the Germans have lost 139,000 men against I don't even know what. So we have more losses than enemy. But it doesn't matter who loses the most. It only matters who wins. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and will join me in the next one. Have a good one until then.